Hi, and welcome back to Hill and Ponton Social Security Disability Blog. I'm Natalia, Jofre, the Social Security Section Director.
And I'm Shelly, the Senior Social Security Attorney.
So we're talking about children's benefits and the different eligibility requirements for the same. And so far we've talked about the 12-month requirement, which means that your child's disability needs to exist or expect to exist for at least 12 months or more. You need to be between birth, in terms of age, birth all the way up to age 18. And then the other requirement, which is the biggie, is income.
Yeah.
So
and we get so many questions about this, and it is so complicated as to whether someone is going to be eligible based on their income, that we defer that a little bit to Social Security. Now, we can get people a ballpark figure as to whether we think that they'll be eligible. But as far as that final determination of eligibility, Social Security really has to make that call.
I think that the biggest mistake that we see people make is that they try to either guesstimate or they deem themselves ineligible.
That's exactly right. I agree with that.
Yeah. They say, I'm not going to qualify. I know that my husband and I, or that I make too much, or whatever their situation may be. And I always tell people that that is a huge mistake for two reasons. One, your income, yes, it's going to be considered, but they're going to look at your gross income, not your net. So that means that not your take-home pay, but whatever you're looking at gross. But they're also going to look at who lives in the house, how many dependents you have. The more dependents you have, the more income you can have, right? Yeah. So if you're a family of four and you have a household income of $2,000 a month, it's not the same as a family of six with the same amount of income. So they're going to take all of those things into consideration. And never mind if you have a child with a specific disability like blindness, where you can now start discounting a lot of the expenses, specific expenses that they have. So that's the one thing, is don't ever assume that you make too much.
Definitely. I mean, we see cases all the time where people come to us and they say, I thought about filing, but we're pretty sure that we're going to be over income. And then we look at it and we tell them, well, you're actually okay. I think what people do is they see the SSI for adults.
Yes.
And they automatically assume, because it is such a low income threshold level for that program. But people should know that for children, it is quite a bit more liberal as far as what the household income can be.
And the other thing that they're going to do is they're going to, or the other thing that I feel like parents should consider is that if your child qualifies for even $1 of SSI, they're going to be eligible for full Medicaid. That's huge. That is a huge medical benefit. Yeah. So why would you not, or why would you risk not having that medical benefit if your child can qualify for just $1?
Right. You're so right. And Medicaid, can help provide so many different services for the family, for the child at little to no cost.
Yeah.
Which is phenomenal.
And the last thing is that, like I was saying, that they're going to consider the household income. So everyone's family or situation can be different, right? So it could be if you're a single parent, it's a certain amount. If you're a married couple, it's a certain amount. Even if you're not married, but both parents are living in the household, it's a certain. So all of those variables come into play. It's not something you should try to guess. And we recommend that if you're ever in doubt or think that you may be eligible and that this is something that you do in fact need, that you should go ahead and apply.
Yeah, absolutely. And let Social Security come back and tell you whether or not you're eligible or not.
So if you have any questions, feel free to visit our website or call our office, but we are going to continue this series on children's benefits.
Great. Thank you.